almost 70 years.
Yes.
Somebody's got to be pretty old.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
So, but there are people around. My mother's 92 in the States, so there are a lot of people that are in their late 80s that would have memories, because even if it's 80s, that means that it's from maybe the 30s, 80s to the 30s, maybe even 40 they would remember. Or they were children of people that talked about it, and then it would be more recent. Part of the problem is I don't think many people talk about it.
Yes.
So it's a matter of finding somebody that's willing to. And the most obvious place to find these people is in the neighborhood, if they lived there or were part of it or knew about it or knew somebody.
So what is your plan to find these?
I'd like to interview them to find out information we don't have about the women and the girls, which we know most of them were either picked up off the streets, brought in by the municipal courts as strays or orphans, or girls and young women that fled brothels for a better life and went there for safety. So
did you find the first one, find the one who
started it?
Yeah.
No. Cornelia Bonnell, I'm sure, was
the
first one. The woman that I just learned about, this Miss Bao, B-A-O, I didn't know about her. There is somebody in some of the records, but it's later, and it's a male, and it may have been a relative of hers. But now we're going to look into her also. So that's another area to look into. And part of the problem is if you don't have the proper spelling of their names, if you want to go into the computer, it's very hard.
Yeah. So my plan in this documentary for the following days, we will go to visit some teen toy makers, toy collectors, and if you have plans to go out, and if we have time, we'll find my cameraman to follow you to find the place, at least the place. If you can't find anyone, but I think you will go to the place.
Well, what I would like to do, and even if you guys are busy, I'd like to take the opportunity. That's why I want the addresses, the new street names. If I can go there and find out, first of all, if the building is still there. If the building's not there, if there are lanes off the area where the building is, where elderly people live. For instance, the other day when we visited the antique shop, Marvin's Friend, they were in lanes. There were some elderly people living there. So if we have the same thing in the area of they had to know if they lived there about the mission, because there were too many women and girls and children. Even boys at some points were taken in as orphans and strays. They called them strays, you know. So there has to be someone that knows in the various places. There were so many homes, and we found out about a few more addresses just since we got here, which is really good because it gives us a little more opening. And if we can interview and find out more information, it'd be great.
So and